Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are here for my TikTok, welcome back. I am Black Diamond Bride, inspired from my absolute favorite film, Corpse Bride, and my inability to stop diamond painting. I figured I would go ahead and kit up my diamond painting that was voted for on TikTok. It is the sunflower one from Hobby Lobby. So, yeah, figured I'd kit up, tape it up, and all of that. I know the angle isn't the best right now. It's going to be changed eventually. I'm just working with what I have right now. So, yeah. I'm just going to be using my little 30 count jar case that I got from Five Below. It's technically the one I use when I go to my friend's house, but it'll work for this. And my little funnel that my father-in-law 3D printed for me. Someday I'm going to get him some filament, so basically we can print me a bunch of stuff in colors I like, essentially. But for now, pink. I'm not huge on pink, but I'm also not very picky when someone's doing something for me for free. I did go ahead and write up the labels for this ahead of time, just so I wouldn't have to do it on camera, basically. And it just seemed easier to just go ahead and do it. There are only 14 colors. It's a very straightforward one, admittedly. There's multiple of a few, but because this is a 30 count thing and I only have 14 colors, I can probably fit everything into the case. But first, labels. I'm just using these little garage sale stickers because they peel off everything very easily. But the few times where I've done a Diamond Art Club painting, I'll put washi tape down on the stickers, or if I run out of these, then I'll just put washi tape down and write on the tape itself with a Sharpie. I'm not very picky about what I use. No! Darn it. Tweezers. Where are my tweezers? Over there. There we go. But I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a while. But it's only been recently that we got a webcam, and I figured out, or my boyfriend told me, that I could use the webcam and the laptop to record myself. So I was just going to use my phone at first, but I have discovered that my phone does not like being used to record for long periods of time. Admittedly, when I went to Hobby Lobby and I got the sunflower and the other canvas I got that day, which is the cottage one, I was looking for that bookshelf one everyone's been talking about. I still want to get that one. And I've also seen one that has a really old sewing machine on it with pretty flowers. Admittedly, if I do get that one, I'll probably end up doing it for my father-in-law, because he's the one who actually knows how to sew. The rest of us are hopeless. The few times I've tried to use a needle for sewing, I usually end up stabbing my finger, and it's not a great time. But it's a very pretty picture. I do want to do it at some point. For this video, it is just going to be me talking through it. At some point in time, I am going to start doing time lapses, but I just wanted people to get a feel for my vibe. Basically, in my first video, please go in the middle of the lid. Thank you. But at some point, I will just do like, or I'm going to start doing time lapses and stuff. But for now, it is just going to be this. There's those. And then I have these little white labels that I plan on using. Oops. It's my old one. For the ones that end up being the extra jars. Those came in the kit, and so did those tweezers, but I don't use them because I don't care for how the tweezers are. I get to get behind this to get to my scissors. This is temporary. I am going to get an actual desk nameplate, but that is going to be sometime after I record because my father-in-law is printing it for me. Alright. First row, 1 through 6. Okay, some of these could have gone in the same jar. Or bag. One is 905 for the DMC code. Because of how few colors there are, there's no symbols, so I could have just done the numbers for the picture. But I do prefer to hold on to my colors, so I would need the DMC code no matter what. But in the corner of the label, I do have the actual thing written down. If the thing would focus, have this actual number in the corner. But this is just so whenever I do kit down after I finish it, I know what it is without having to flip it. Oops. If you can hear a kitten crying in the distance, that is because my kitten is very much not impressed that I made her be outside of the room while I recorded. However, I don't want her climbing on the desk while I'm doing this and causing me to spill things. So she will have to deal. 2 is 3345. Please get out the bag. Thank you. Yeah, I think this will take a lot less jars than I was expecting when it comes to the extras. These are not nearly as full as I thought they would be. I have a little trash can to the side for after. Probably actually put the jar there before I start to pour. Four is 3047. Just a really pale yellow. I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of yellow. It's sunflowers. But while I did start recording things on TikTok, the app's just being very funky. Like, I've lost footage like 5 times in a row. And I'm kind of just over it at this point. It's a lot harder to lose footage when it's being directly saved onto a laptop. So. Oh, good. Just enough space in that one. Oh, almost didn't fit. Actually, for the extras, I probably wouldn't have to label them. I would probably just space them next to the jar they go to. Yeah, that makes more sense. 5 is 581, which is another green. Six is 989. Right, that's the first row finished. Up next is 7 through 12. Yeah, I think I'm starting to see where it's going to be a little spaced. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 2 bags of 10, 3 bags of 11, 1 bag of 12. Seven is 500, it's another green. One of the videos that I'm going to do in the future is, I know for a fact I'm going to do because it's something that I need to do anyways, but it's going to be a video because it seems perfect to be one. But at some point, I'm going to do an overhaul on my storage for all of the extra stones that I hold on to. Because basically, my stuff really needs to be redone. But I will be getting another one of the very large cases like these. It's the 420 count, I think. I'll be getting one of those and one of the Forever Young DIY sticker books. So that way I can use the DMCs that they have in there and just redo the entire labeling system. Because it really needs to be done. 8 is 977. But that will definitely be a video because it seems like it would be a good one to record for this. Mainly because it's just going to be me undoing labels and putting new labels down. And it will definitely be a process, and it'll definitely be a video that has to be time-lapsed, because that would be, like, well over 600 jars that I would be redoing. 9 is 436. It's a lighter orange than 8. There we go. Coffee break. I found one of the Valentine's creamers. It's chocolate covered strawberries, and it is really good. Of course, I mean, one of my favorite creamers is one of the raspberry white chocolate ones that they also do for Valentine's Day, so It's no surprise I would adore that one. 10 is 38.27. I dropped a bag. Good thing I hadn't opened it yet. But, I figured I would also do this video so people could, or I could say basically how my uploading schedule is going to be. 11 is 7:26. A lot of yellow, basically. But, basically, I'm going to record throughout the week. And then my boyfriend is probably going to edit my videos over the weekend. Is probably how it's going to be. Because I have no idea how to do this stuff. He does. And while he's at work, I can record because he is a gamer. So I'm not going to record while he's playing video games. I'm not. Because our office is in the same room. His desk is behind me. The one that you can see the corner of over there is my computer desk. Someday I'm going to get a desk to where it's basically one of those long L-shaped ones. It looks like I'm finally going to need a spare jar. So let me just scoot those over. Okay, that one's full. Oh yeah. First completely full one in the kit up. 11 right there, and then an unlabeled one, which will be the spares for 11. And then after I get the... Okay, let me finish my first statement. Yeah, basically record throughout the week while he's at work, and then over the weekend he will probably edit my videos. Okay. 12. Which, 11, it's not going to be there for very long, the spare jar. It'll be the first one I use. But anyways, after I get the container to redo my storage, I plan to get a different case for when I actually work on them. It's very pretty. I've already found it. But it's one of the 120 jar counts because this one is basically for when I travel to my friend's house. And then I have a 60 count one that will also be for that. But that will be after I redo all of my jar storage. And I plan on getting a 120 count one because I have yet to find the diamond paintings I usually work on. They usually have no less than 30 colors. I've easily worked on some that have well over 60, but I have yet to work on one where it has over 100 colors. So that seemed like a nice, safe amount for that. And admittedly, the case is my favorite color, green, so that just is bonus points for it. Okay, both bags of 13. It looks like 11 is going to be the only one that actually had extra. to where I had to use the secondary jar. Could be wrong though. We shall see. And last color, 14. But in this video, I planned on kitting up and taping out the sections, and then I think I'll start working on it in the next video. Maybe. I might start working on it. I haven't decided yet. This one's already about 30-ish minutes, so I might wait. Oh, there we go. 14 is done. Oh, if I had a third bag, we would have had to carry it over into another jar. There we go. What I do for mine is I usually just tape them off into sections. Which I'll still need the scissors, so they're just going to go right there. At some point in time, I plan on getting those release paper things. But for now, I just washi tape off into sections. And then I cut the sections with my X-Acto knife. There we go. Alrighty. For this, okay, now cooperate. Thank you. For the sunflower, usually I try to like kind of sort of theme my tapes around the picture I'm working on. But right now this time I'm just going to be using up the rest of a tape. It's this little space themed one. If I can get this thing to focus. Yeah, it's a little space themed tape. I used part of this for a different picture that I just finished. That got recorded on TikTok. But I figured I would just use this one up. What I usually try to do for pictures about this size is 3 columns and then 3 rows. Because then it ends up about even-ish. Admittedly, because this is one of the Hobby Lobby canvases, it's a little more difficult to see if it's straight, simply because they usually like curve their rows and stuff. They don't go just completely straight. It depends on the picture is how they usually do it. That looks relatively even. And I was also thinking about maybe rolling what section I do on this one with some dice, depending on how many I get. tubes even. Okay, based on the sections, it's looking like I'll probably be able to roll for sections. If anyone actually sees this video and wants to actually, you know, comment what dice I use, maybe. Actually, nah, I'll just pick what dice I use. How many sections do I end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, 10, 15. 15 sections. That's not bad. Okay. Still got a little bit of tape left. That's it sectioned off. Yeah, there we go. At some point in time, I will get a tripod so I can actually move this around, but I figured this is good for now. Pens that I will use. I think kind of small. Nah, not that one. I think I'll probably just stick with this one and this one for now. Yeah. Because this way I have a single placer, a 2-placer, a 3-placer, and a 4-placer. So, 2 pens for this project. This one I got from, what was her shop name? Pure Bliss Wax Co. in her big putty. Was it big or medium? Medium. In her medium wax and putty bundle, like mystery wax and putty bundle. And then this one I got from Michaels just because it's green and swirly, and it's one of my favorite shades of green. But these will be the 2 pens I use, and my putty is going to be the Art Dot purple putty. That's actually a previous TikTok video. I redid the cover for it because why not? I used the AB drills I actually got in that putty and wax bundle thing. I used AB drills to do the moon. The sticker is just one of the Michaels do-it-yourself diamond art stickers. It was pretty fun, not gonna lie. But, yeah. Supplies I'll be using. And this is what I use for my single place thing is, again, the wax from Pure Bliss Wax Co. I still have some of the putty, but not very much. I'm trying to save it until I can order from her again. But I'm not entirely sure when that's going to be. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed my video. This was me setting up sunflowers. That's what we're just going to call it for now because that's what it is. I am Black Diamond Bride, and I hope to see you guys again.